Something is coming in 2027 that most seniors have absolutely no idea about. And by the time the news breaks it wide open, it may already be too late to prepare. I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to tell you the truth, because nobody else will. Welcome back to Senior Pulse US. If you're new here, this channel exists for one reason: to make sure you never get blindsided by the decisions being made in Washington that directly affect your wallet, your health, and your future. Hit that subscribe button right now, because what we're covering today is going to matter to every single person collecting Social Security, or planning to. Let's talk about the 2027 COLA estimate, the cost of living adjustment, and why the numbers that just dropped should have every retiree sitting up straight and paying very close attention. Here's the thing. Every year, Social Security recipients get a COLA increase designed to keep up with inflation. That sounds great on paper. It sounds like the government is looking out for you. But the dirty secret that keeps getting buried underneath press releases and political spin is this. COLA is calculated using a measurement called the CPIW. That stands for the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers. Read that again. Urban wage earners, not retirees, not seniors. Not people spending the bulk of their budget on prescription drugs, medical appointments, and housing. No, it's calculated based on what younger, working people spend money on. So right from the start, the system was never built to actually reflect the reality of your life. Now, early projections for the 2027 COLA adjustment are starting to surface, and the numbers are not inspiring. Based on current inflation trends and the data coming out of the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the preliminary estimates are pointing toward an adjustment somewhere in the range of 2.2% to 2.6%. After the historic 8.7% adjustment in 2023, which felt like a moment of relief after years of seniors falling behind, we've been sliding back down. 2024 brought 3.2%. 2025 gave us 2.5%. And now 2027 is shaping up to follow that same downward drift. You might be thinking, well, 2.5% is something. And you're right, it is something. But let me show you what that actually looks like in real life. If you're receiving $1,800 a month in Social Security benefits, a 2.5% increase adds about $45 to your monthly check. $45. Meanwhile, the average senior is spending significantly more on healthcare year over year. Medicare Part B premiums have consistently eaten into COLA increases. In some years, the premium hike nearly wiped out the entire adjustment. So that $45 you gained, a chunk of it disappears before it ever reaches your bank account. And here's the part that truly keeps me up at night when I think about the people watching this channel. The Social Security Trust Fund, the reserve that backs up the entire program, is projected to face serious depletion pressure by the early 2030s. We're not talking about some far-off hypothetical. We're talking about a decade away. If Congress does nothing, and Congress has a well-documented history of doing nothing until the absolute last possible second, benefits could face an across-the-board cut of around 20 to 23%. That's not a rumor. That's what the Social Security Trustees Report has been warning about for years. So when we talk about the 2027 COLA shock, we're not just talking about 1 year's adjustment being a little disappointing. We're talking about the beginning of a pressure window, a stretch of years where inflation continues to move in unpredictable ways, where Medicare costs keep climbing, where housing costs show no sign of cooling down, and where the political will to actually fix Social Security's structural problems remains shaky at best. Now, here's what I want you to understand, and this is the part that Senior Pulse US always comes back to. Knowledge is the only tool you have right now. You cannot control what Congress decides. You cannot control the inflation index. But you can control how informed you are and how prepared you are to make the best decisions with what you have. If you are still deciding when to claim Social Security, whether you're 62, 63, or approaching your full retirement age, the 2027 projections matter to your strategy. Claiming early locks in a lower base benefit, and that lower base is what every future COLA percentage gets applied to. A 2.5% increase on $1,400 a month is very different from a 2.5% increase on $2,100 a month. The gap compounds over time. If you have the health and the financial ability to delay, even 1 or 2 additional years can add hundreds of dollars per month to your lifetime benefit. Money that stacks with every COLA adjustment for the rest of your life. If you are already collecting, your focus right now should be on understanding exactly what your Medicare costs are going to look like going into 2026 and 2027. Medicare open enrollment is your window, and too many seniors roll right through it without comparing plans. A different Medicare Advantage plan or a different Part D prescription drug plan could save you real money. Money that stretches your COLA adjustment further than Washington ever intended. And if you have children or grandchildren who are helping you navigate this, or if you're a caregiver watching this on behalf of someone you love, share this video with them. Because these numbers affect family financial planning too. Social Security isn't just a personal check. For millions of American households, it is the foundation. I also want to say this directly. There is a bill that's been circulating. The Social Security Fairness Act changes have already gone into effect for some, and there are ongoing legislative discussions around switching the COLA calculation from CPI-W to CPI-E, which is the Consumer Price Index for the elderly. CPI-E actually tracks the spending patterns of people over 62. Medical costs, housing, the real things. Studies have consistently shown that CPI-E would produce higher adjustments than CPI-W in most years. Seniors have been fighting for this change for decades. It has not happened yet. But the pressure is building, and your voice, your calls to your representatives, your engagement, your awareness, is part of what keeps that pressure alive. The 2027 Social Security landscape is going to test a lot of people. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. But the seniors who come through it strongest will be the ones who stayed informed, asked the hard questions, and refused to just accept whatever number showed up in their mailbox without understanding where it came from and why. That's exactly why Senior Pulse US exists. Every week on this channel, we break down the numbers, the legislation, the strategies, and the real-world impact, in plain language, without the political spin, without the financial jargon. Because you deserve the full picture. If this video helped you today, please hit the like button. It takes 2 seconds, and it tells YouTube to show this to more seniors who need this information. Subscribe if you haven't already. And ring that bell so you never miss an update. Drop your questions and thoughts in the comments below. Seriously, tell me what you're seeing in your own life. Are the COLA increases keeping up with your actual costs? I read every single comment on this channel. Thank you for being part of Senior Pulse US. Stay sharp, stay informed, and we'll see you in the next one.